Once again, I want to do a recap of last night's fights. Most very important and very spectacular fight was right here with Frankie Scarborough. I mean, he did it all. When I say he did it all, this brother, he boxed, he turned, he didn't stay there a lot. I was really impressed with. I was definitely highly impressed with his boxing skills. You know, where he was moving and things like that. He never allowed. You know, a couple of times he got frozen, but then he adjusted them all. Frankie Scarborough is in the green with the dreadlocks. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Frankie did an excellent job to pull this fight off. And me personally, it was a 10-round fight. It went all 10 rounds, and that was the first. I mean, that was the 10 rounds that I enjoyed because these guys was banging hard. They was doing what they supposed to do. It was an exciting fight from the beginning, from round one all the way to round 10. They kept on doing it. I mean, and I know you had a promoter out here, which by the name of Jetta Promotion. You know, he was out there and he was hating. You know, I see it in his eyes. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you the reason. I got a subject on him also. He was definitely hating. He was looking for Scarborough to go down because everybody knew that Scarborough had a tough guy. But these are the type of fights that Frankie Scarborough needs to get to another level in order for him to get them paydays and get them belts. I mean, this was not no easy fight. You know, I've seen a lot of people take easy fights. That's what they supposed to start off with. But Jetta was out there. He was looking for him to lose. You know, I seen the red racist bullshit in his face. He was just hot. He was highly hot, and he wanted this guy Scarborough to lose. You know, but he showed up and showed out. I don't know what. One thing I say about Scarborough went back to the drawing board. He corrected a lot of stuff, and he just made it happen, man. I was very impressed with this. He was banging, he was boxing. He didn't brawl in there. Usually, he get hit with a shot, and then Frankie go on fight mode. Just go blow for blow, and anybody can get knocked out. But like he did a great job. Like I said, I seen a lot of the promoters, promoters that they had no business being there, but that promoter whole motive was to be there to see this brother right here go down because he figured like, oh, Frank is an older fighter. His time is up. He shouldn't be able to do this. He can't rise to his level. And Frankie showed improvement. Look, I can change gears. He changed gears. He did everything. But I know his whole motive. I can see that little red. The demon was in his face. I mean, the red just rolled up like it was like you stick a thermometer in something hot and his temperature go up to red. I mean, that's where he was at. And then after a while, he seen him taking care of his business. After a while, he said, "Shit, let me just go. This joker, he doing what he think. He's doing his thing. He's doing too great. And he gonna win the fight." So that made him leave. But also, I was sitting ringside. Right down where you see some of the people in the background. I was sitting over here. So as I was sitting over here, this brother had the nerve to come up to me. Right, he looked at me. We could ball eyes, and he came and said, "Man, I should punch you in your face." Listen to what I said. The joker said, "I should punch you in your face." And you know what I told him? Do what you gotta do. I said something. I said, I promise you, you won't have to worry about ever doing whatever you think you're doing again, ever. And I promised him, I promised it on my deceased mother and everything. And then from that point on, and then he said, "Oh, let's go to the bathroom." No, if you gonna say you're gonna do something while I'm here. We ain't gotta go through all this, shenanigans. But I was more taken aback. I was surprised about this guy talking about punch me in my face. I said, punch me in my face? And I said, when you punch in my face, what more or what cemetery you want to go at? I'm being honest. That's what I said to him. But see, one thing about me, I've learned to control myself a little bit more because I could have crashed out. At the time, I'm walking right there. My hip is hurting right now, my leg and my hip, because I'm walking on the cane. So I guess I believe that he probably seen that I was on this cane thing and figured, I can go and try him now. Something must be going on when he walked in here with a cane. So I said, okay, cool. But then I had to think. I said, okay, first of all, he's a police or slash former police officer from Anne Arundel County or Baltimore County or whatever. All that shit is the same up there. And then he had some of his little police buddies on the outside out there, so I know they keyed in on what's going on. But I said to myself, "Look, Marv, you gotta be a little think a little bit wiser." Would he have pulled that stunt if he was out Arena One? No, I don't think he did that. Arena One, he when they tried that bullshit, if he was even at um what's that Rose Trophy. He wouldn't have pulled that stunt. But I was saying, I hate to say, white, what little crackers, they know how to do their thing when they got their little brotherhood thing going and thing like that. But I was really taken aback because I was surprised they were talking about punching me in my face. I said, yeah. And I said what I said to him. He set his little crack ass down and chilled out for the rest of his fight. I said, I tell you that I promised him. I said, I promise you, you trust me, do anything to me, and what's gonna happen? And when he'll never, I promise he wouldn't even never do no more promotions in his life. And I ain't talking about putting I'm not talking about putting him in jail or none of that. I just promised him that. I said what I said, he said what he said. But I could have went to the crack away. I could have went like the Europeans do. I could have went to Anne Arundel County and put, I press charge him for threatening me because, he threatened me. And the reason he threatened me because I told people about, especially black fighters, stop going to Tony Jetta promotion. Don't go to that bullshit. Why? Because he slave drive these jokers, man. He used these guys. He's not even paying. He got a fighter right now by a fighter named Renato. He's still having Renato games. He still hasn't paid his brother yet. He still owed this guy money. He's not paying these fights, and these fighters is fought in the ring, and then after the fight, he didn't pay him. Me, I don't know if if they worked everything out now, but he's the type of Jetta promotion. I can promise y'all, do not, if you got any fighters here in the DMV, do not take your children. I mean, not children, but your young mans or your young sons or these young ladies to fight for Tony Jetta promotion. I'm just telling you that point blank. Period. You can do it what you want to, but a lot of people and understand. You got Eric Davis out here. You got Ponytail production. You got all these other guys, man. Sometimes you got to stop feed these entitled white folks their bullshit. Because like I said, we had a panel. You see, the whole thing stemmed from a panel that we had when we exposed Tony Jetta promotions about them not paying the fighters and how they use making them sell tickets and do all types of goofy shit because people really don't know. I'm trying to tell y'all, I keep on giving you free game. When you sign with somebody as a manager or promoter, whatever, your job is not to sell tickets. Your job is just to be there, sign a joint. There's nowhere in the contract to say that you gotta sell tickets. And if it is, you signed with the wrong promoter. Never get into a promoter where you gotta sell tickets. Your thing is to continue to focus on I need these fights, I need to get these fights and do this and fight. Your thing is not to allow nobody for you to sell tickets. And then his whole thing is always, oh, I got $90,000 invested. He said that to uh um what's that, Aleem Muhammad. I mean not Aleem, Emmanuel Aleem, not Aleem Muhammad. Emmanuel Aleem, he's fighting, I think maybe like 168 or something. He did that also with him. I think this Frank. Well, anyway, this Frankie Scarborough. Frankie Scarborough. Look, right here, Frankie. Once again, I ain't gonna get off my subject, but Frankie Scarborough. I'm telling you, he did a tremendous job. When I say he put things together, man, I was very impressed. His father was a man. His father was sitting side by side and said everything seemed like his father almost coached him through this fight. I know his father ain't the coach, and I'm not trying to give a whole lot of credit to. Not to say I'm not giving credit to Nestor Rodriguez, which is a coach, but I'm telling you, everything seemed like every time his father told him 1, 2, 3, turn 1, 2, 3, and he was just doing it. I mean, like it just came so instantly, like he can hear. And I know he was focused in the ring, but one thing about I was very impressed about Frankie Scarborough, man. He did an excellent job, man. I mean, one thing about him, I definitely got to see him. I got to come to the gym. I got do a sit down talk or a little interview or something. But I'm saying he did everything. I don't know what from his last fight. It was a little rough. He kind of had me on pins and needles. Not only me, I'm quite sure he had all his fans on pins and needles. But Frankie Scarborough, he went back to the drawing board. Believe me, Frankie's, and I can say people can say what they want, but Frankie did a hell of a job. When I say he masterminded that, man, he changed gears. Even though he got hit with a little bit of stuff, and that's about boxing, but Frankie took it to a whole nother level. Me personally, and I talked to Nestor. This should have been a main event. I'm quite sure everybody watches more than that Breedy bullshit. Breedy just looked horrible. I mean, Breedy just looked like he was just an amateur just getting beat up by Lomachenko. The way that Chinese guy with his puppet spraying his ass with everything, hitting him with all types of shots and everything. But this right here should have been the main event. Because a little bit after this, I left after this fight. I seen a little bit of Breedy. I said, oh man, I know it was gonna be some bullshit. He done got his ass just handed to him. Breedy shouldn't even be. He, like I said, he belongs on not on the B side. Breedy belongs on the C or the D side. He should have never been fighting no main event. Now I see why he didn't show up at the media workout because he didn't put out at all. Frankie Scarborough, Frankie did his thing, man. He did his thing great. But once again, I'm getting back to this because like I told people, I'm very transparent and everything I talk about because I know it already hit the fan and people was telling me, oh Marvin, he said this and said that. But yeah, Tony Jetta said, "Yeah, man, I should punch you in your face." I looked at him, right, and he seen me on my cane. I was on my cane because I hit my leg. But I'm looking at him like, "Are you serious?" And all this stems from me giving my opinion and the facts that he got guys in a slave contract. Um, he's using these guys. He talk crazy. He talk. You can ask Emmanuel Lean if you ever you talk to him. He got him in. He put him in the trick bag. Um, he got Mojo, which is them used to be with Umar Marvin. Now he's with Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis. They out there doing a great job with this guy. But anything, he put a lot of these fighters in a trick bag, and sometimes the whole thing with a lot of these fighters in the DMV, I think that they are pressed to fight, so they sign at anything. I just want to fight, so I want to go live. Live is a decent place to start at. When I say that, far as to get on these cars, I mean, the crowd was electrifying, man. I was even surprised on a Friday that a lot of people did come out to these fights. You didn't see a lot of people from it. People might have said, but it was this whole bottom down, whole bottom, it was filled all the way up to the nosebleed areas. And the bound at the top, Scarborough always sell out the top. You got VIP stuff. But this joint was really sold out, and it was action packed. The fights, I mean, Ben Johnson put on a good fight. But they, it was a good fight, but they had a no contest. I think it had a headbutt, and then he hit the guy with a body shot, and the guy started leaning over like it was the head. But really, to me personally, I think it was the body shot to make him stop. If Ben, though he had the headbutt, they continued to go on with the fights and everything like that. But and then you got Jordan Roach hit his man, body shot again, got him out of there. So all the fights for me was exciting. Whitmire, David Whitmire, he did great. He did his thing. Fights was good, but that Breedy fight, man, that wasn't even worth it, man. If you stayed up there, and I'm quite sure anybody that stayed up there for the main event was like disappointed. They probably said I should have left it, but Frankie should have definitely been a main event. And I'm quite sure his ratings are definitely higher than Breedy's. I mean, it was terrible. I mean, he just came out in a little Timo looking sweatsuits on. I'm like, oh my gracious, man. I don't know if they was pajamas or sweatsuits, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But once again, oh, what's up, bro, Troy? Oh yeah, and another thing, yeah, I was trying to say that who got and I can say I'm very transparent. I don't try to fake it out or nothing. The guy actually Tony Jetta said he gonna punch me in my face, walked up to me while I was sitting there. I said, I shall punch you in your face. And I told him what I said to him, and he listened. Then he tried to set me, say, oh man, my hands right here. The whole thing, he said he wasn't punching my face. Now, if I was a clear person, you know what I did? I'd have went right there and around the county somewhere to the police station and got him for threatening me. Got him. I could have got a stay away order and then go to his fights and make his ass stay away from that easily. Every single. I mean, that's what I could have did if I was one of them because his shoe was on their foot. They might have did this. He might be white. I think clear people would do type of shit like this. Visionary do shit like this because this is how they control us. Because one thing about me, I thought, I could have crashed out, picked that can up and smacked this, and then when I walked past him when he ain't see me and smacked all the red juice on his racist ass face. I could have did anything. I could have went all the way out. But then I had to think, man, I've been there. He hadn't been there. This little racist cracker haven't never been where I've been at. So he would know how it feel to be, locked away from your family for years and years and years and years. I've been there. And I could have really crashed out like that. But I had to think first. Yeah, 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 the white boy, yeah, Tony Jetta. That's what he said. That joker said I should punch him, all because we had a panel. It was me, Juice, and some other people talking about panel how he was not paying his fighters. How he did Mojo, how he doing Aleem Muhammad, how he did all these fighters. And then you got a few guys are still signing to fight on his card. They don't have to fight. You got Eric Davis. He put on fights. You got Ponytail Promotions. You got a lot of other promoters. He's not the only one. And the only reason why Tony Jetta came up here, he knew I wasn't be there. And when a woman was up there, he had his good old boys, little police jokers around, up in their little section where they at. And he knew if I'd have crashed out on him, that's why they would have took me to Anne Arundel County. And I ain't never been there. I know that's probably some hillbilly bullshit going up there. I never been there, but I controlled myself. But I did tell him I wasn't gonna sit down. They didn't tell me to punch me in my face. Only thing I would tell him, man, what hospital you want to go to, and then after that, what morgue you want your wife to bury you at, or what morgue, what the cemetery. Because at the end of the day, I would never. I promise you. And I told him in his face. I promise you ain't got to worry about ever nothing. I told him that and some more. I said, I promise that. If you think you're going to do something to me and you're going to still lollygag and walk around here and it's going to be all good, I promise you'll never hear about it. He'll never be at another fight event or none of that. I promise you that. And that's not because he's going to jail. I promise you that. I made a promise of that. And I told him that. And then once I said what I said to him, he set his little cracker, raced his ass down and looked at that fight. Then he was all through his phone, like I guess he want to call up some of his buddies or whatever, because he had some of those Spanish guy or Mexican guy following him around like he his bodyguard or some shit. But I you know that's neither here nor there. Yeah, but it is what it is. But you know, I just laugh at jokers like that, man, because you know I had to catch myself because I said, you know what? If I crash out, I'm in Around County, I'm in his neck of the woods. He would have never did that at the Care First Arena, which is St. Louis. He would have never pre-approached me with no bullshit like that. No, not even going to Rose Crawl. But he knew he was around, you know, because he got his little fraternal order, you know, white boys around there with him. So I'm saying, okay, I see what's going on. But I still stood my ground. And one thing about two things sure, just like I said, but if the shoe was on level foot, if I'd approached him or something, I'm quite sure he'd have had Anne Arundel County police on me right then and there. Probably would have had a stay away order, went to court. I mean, went that court, went to the police station, got all types of bullshit on me. One thing about me, I've learned strategy not to act off in mixed feelings and emotions because I could have easily blew up like that. You know what I mean? I could have easily blew up like, man, you know what? I'm gonna walk past the crack and try to break his whole fucking nose with that cane I had. But I said, you know what? I ain't gonna do that, Mo. You gotta be a little bit smarter. Know where you at. There's a time and a place for everything. But once again, once I checked him about what I said to him, oh, he went and had to set his little, frosted fake looking ass right now. He had a whole little set. You know, he sat down and chilled out. And he didn't say no more to me. But at the end, I never feel threatened about him or none of that. But you know, one thing about me, I'm always watching my surroundings and see what's going on. And it is what it is. But once again, his whole take was about what this whole conversation that me and a few other guys had about him not paying his fighters and things like that. How he did Mojo, and I believe Mojo can't fight maybe until next year, or whatever, unless he continue to feed into the bullshit on what a Tony Jedem want him to do. But other than that, man, the fights was fantastic. He wanted this guy Scarborough to lose so bad. He seemed like he was gritting his teeth every time Scarborough was hitting his this guy with these combinations and everything. It was the best fight. I mean, when I say this one, the best fight, when I say out of all the fights that I seen up there, it was one of the best fights in there. And this should have been the main event because the main event, Breedy, is some cold shit. I don't know what headbanger seeing Breedy, and Breedy is nothing. I mean, it was just crazy. But anyway, I just want to, recap it. Like I said, I don't know what Nestor them did. They did what they did. Yeah, that's all it was, brother. Oh yeah. That's I mean, one thing about it, I never in my life, and people say that I never let no European, no ice monkey type motherfucker ever do anything to me and think they can get away with it. Under no circumstance would I allow none of that bullshit. I promise you. I would never let nobody think they can do something or think they're gonna do something and get away with it and walk around like it's all good. That's ain't what happened to me. I already know the consequence of what's gonna happen to me. I know what I'm doing. I don't know that he don't know what I'm capable of doing or whatever. But that bullshit he tried, man, I just laughed. I had to laugh at it, and to still enjoy my day. One thing about it, I wouldn't allow nobody to mess up my day there. I continue. I came down there to see a fight. I sat ringside. I sat pretty much where I was at. Thanks again to No Excuse Boxing. I mean, No Excuse Promotion and Boxing. Because every time um, they have a fight, they always make sure that I get credentials, not no just on tickets, but these brothers make sure they set it out for me, and I appreciate everything they did. Lamont Roach Jr. He was there. His father was there. His mother was there. Everybody, pretty much the whole Roach family. They always had them ringside. So I had a nice night, man. One thing about it, I'm never gonna let no person like that ruin my night or have me think that they ruin my night because I already know the motive. The whole motive is that, when you hear the truth at falsehood, it knocks out their brains. They don't know what's gonna happen. Let me see something. The center of the ring. I'm gonna say that who the winner is. We'll get to, they changed gears real good for these guys, right? I promise. Hey, they did great. And Francois Scarborough looking to improve that undefeated record. Scarborough did a hell of a job. I mean, I don't know what they did. They went back to the drawing board and they put shit together. I mean, they was doing it. 99-91. Y los jueces Santino y Wallace entregan tarjetas idénticas de 98-92. And judges Santino and Wallace scored about identically at 98-92. All three in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Los tres a favor del ganador por decisión unánime. Still
undefeated, the franchise, Francois Scarborough Jr.
Yeah, he did. Hey.
Scarborough improves to 14-0 as this one goes the distance.
I'm gonna tell you something. This right here should have been the main event fight. I mean, he put on this thing, man. One thing about it, I'm gonna tell you, man, it's a lot of envy and jealousy when it comes to this, especially when it comes to this when it comes to this, the racist promoter, man. He always hate on him. I believe that he wanted him to sign with him, but see, they were smart enough not to sign with him. They just fought on the card. They just signed to fight on the card, fight to fight, fight to fight. Frankie, yeah, he was there. Frankie did the best thing. I think Nestor did the best thing, but not sign them. He signed with Pro Box, I believe, and he's doing great. He's definitely one of the Pro Box fighters, and he's always, he's showing up every time. And to me personally, in a way, Scarborough is a seller. When I say when he definitely brings a lot of people. He got a lot of fans. I mean, when they first called him out, they were saying Frankie Scarborough. Man, I mean, up at the top, the bottom, the side, behind the ring, everybody harder for him, man. He definitely put it on the show, man. And these are the type of fights. See how he put them combinations together? They remind me of Ray was putting them combinations together, man. And this what wins fight. If you gotta fight a guy and just beat him up like that and make it exciting, people ain't mind you going 10 rounds or 12 rounds. But when you can't, when you got butts, I've seen some of these guys fight straight bums and couldn't even get these guys out. And that was terrible. I mean, I just don't understand that. If you can't get to when a person, if you on the A side and they put a D level fight in there and you can't stop them within the first and second round.
Mom,
what? What?
Mom.
What?
Where is she at?
She all way upstairs.
Okay, y'all have to seal the carpet. Like, seriously, it's ruining my clothes.
All right, okay. Once again, I'm back here, but I thought something was really happening. But anyway, what my name thought. Anyway, it was just like I said, the fights was extraordinary. The fights was great. This was one of the best fights here. Even though Frankie, what's the name? Whitmire did. David Whitmire did this thing. Benjamin definitely did his thing, but they gave him a no contest. That no contest kind of messed with Ruggers. Really, he got this down. He the guy with the body shot, and even though he might have hit a headbutt, that body shot hurt the dude, and guy was, he just let him off the hook. But me personally, I didn't see Lamont Roach. I mean, not Lamont Roach, with Jordan Roach. He dropped his man. I think he stopped his man in the first or second round. Irk was a good fight too. Irk Hernandez. He was the first fight. It wasn't televised or nothing like that. But when he fought, he got knocked on his butt. And I thought he was. I said, "Oh, shots!" I thought he was gonna be out there, but he hung in there, got back up. He rumbled, and I think he went to. I think it was a 6-round fight, and he rumbled. I mean, he got the ball for knockdown. I mean, it was like the first maybe 30 or 35 seconds of the fight. He got knocked on his butt, but he got up and he showed improved. He got back into the fight, and and I can tell he was definitely in shape. But this fight right here was terrible. It was like a Lomachenko fight. I mean, Lomachenko, this boss is beat up a joker. There wasn't no power. It was just pop, 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 pop with this movement, so much movement. So this fight was terrible, man. And then I looked at these guys with these Timu, they came in with these Timu looking damn outfits. So let me turn this forward so y'all see these Timu looking goddamn boxing outfits. I mean, corner outfits on. They look terrible. Look at this. And look at these outfits they got on. They look terrible, man. That ain't even. Look at this, man. This look like some shit they get from Foreman Mills or something. I mean, that's just the best they got. I don't know. I've been saying. Look at the outfits they got on there. That's some Foreman Mills looking shit. Come on, man. Make it make sense. I thought it was some T-Mobile Foreman Mills outfits they had on. But it is what it is. I mean, I guess it ain't in the uniforms the way it's in the fight, Like I said, it ain't the size of the door, it's the size of the bite. Maybe that's how it is. But I think Breedy ain't got no bite at all. But I blame that on him because Breedy was with Floyd, not Floyd Mayweather. This other dude named Floyd that's here in the DMV. He was a coach. He from Barbados too, and he brought him over here. And then once again, you got a lot of guys when people talking their ear, and then they jump ship. This is what he didn't get exactly what he deserved. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, he definitely got whooped. He definitely got whooped. Ain't no ifs and buts about that. He definitely if you watch Pro Box, you go back on YouTube and watch him, man. Really got whooped so easy, man. I told you that wasn't even worth. It wasn't even worth fighting. It wasn't even worth saying. They pumped him up and everything like he was ready to go. Man, I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show y'all fight this one round about how he just got beat up like easy, man. This guy was. You can see when he first came out, who wasn't winning. How easy he made. He gonna just be tapping him up and everything. Watch this. Watch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's too slow. Look at that dude. He's gonna do what he wants to him anytime. Look at that. I believe the Chinese guy's like a 2016 Olympian too. Look at this doing what he wants to him. Easy. He was, like I said, this one thing about Breedy wasn't even a fight that I would even took my time on to try to take from somebody else. But sometimes when people see money signs and then get to another ring, you know, hey Troy, you know how it is. When these guys been around with somebody for a long time, they be around you for a long time, and then when somebody else get in their ear, they go left. You know how it is. So I ain't gotta say it. You know how it is, man. This is boxing is just like prostitution, man. Prostitution go to the next pimp. You know, who a pimp got a little bit more money or got the best looking card, that's who they go to. But yeah, exactly. But that's exactly what it is. But like I said, it must be the money. But sometimes sometimes people can manipulate people with their mouth so good, whereas though they think the grass is green on the other side, and it really ain't. But if you see this guy, man, this Chinese guy with his pepper spraying, I mean, doing what he wants to. I mean, doing what he wants to. What he wants to. Anytime, all day. This is what happens, man. It's terrible. Look at this.
Retouch over the body. Has some success there. Native of Barbados makes his home here in Maryland.
And like I said, you can tell they went to go pick up the outfits or somewhere else. You can tell it was some T-boot shit. Look at Breedy camouflage and look what color they're camouflage. There's like pajamas looking, right? Look at Breedy's. This camouflage look more official. Got the dark camouflage. They got some shit. They look like they say, okay, we're gonna go to Former Mills, get a whole bunch of these, you know, to try to match his camouflage. Just look right at all. Then they got his flag on his pants. It's terrible, man. But anybody, if anybody in here and y'all see, you know, that little, I ain't gonna say their name, but that little racist ass promoter, make sure y'all share this video to him. Please share it to him. Share it to him if it's in, you know, if he in your, you know, if he comes to your lives or if you got friend requests, make sure you share it on your live also, because I definitely would love for him to see this. I want him to see this. Oh yeah, we definitely got Benavidez. He's fighting tonight also. We definitely got a good one on. I believe that's on the Zone. So y'all make sure y'all plug with that. I don't know exactly what time, but y'all definitely make sure y'all plug with the Benavidez. I mean, the Benavidez he fight. Now I was thinking Cinco de Mayo Day or something. So make sure y'all definitely do that. Looks like to me, Kobe's touch behind. Yeah, they're doing terrible. Yeah, but when you see it, man, it was I know, man. I know they went somewhere real quick and picked that up because it doesn't match what his camouflage is. Totally different, opposite color and everything. But hey, it is what it is. What's up, brother Andy? But yeah, but this fight right here, I left. When I say after the first round, I was done with it because at the end of the day, Frankie Scarborough should have been a main event. Look at this stuff, man. Just look at the gear they got. I ain't trying to be, you know, I ain't no boss is boss people, man. They better off coming out there with green shirts. They have a green shirt on, a dark green shirt on, and the black pants. I wouldn't even wear that Timo looking shit right there. I mean, that's me first. I wouldn't wear that. It looks terrible, man. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you who came on. David Whitmire. They came out with some. David Whitmire. They called the Body Snatcher. Then they came up with some. They came out with some nice outfits, but I don't think that fight was televised. But they came out. He came out. They had the all white on. David Whitmire Body Snatcher. They had the all white sweatsuits. They had some slick stuff. But this stuff right here, Boy, they look like this. Look like they went to the Salvation Army and got that shit out the trash, man. That was looked terrible, man. But once again, man, y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight. What's that? The Zone. Benavidez, he's fighting. I think he's losing to the cruiserweight or something. And the reason he got it on cruiserweight because I think Canelo Alvarez won't fight him at 68 or nothing, so he got to go with the money, I guess. Yeah, the Mexican monster. Yep, that's exactly what he is. What's up, Jess? Yep, but it is what it is. I appreciate you guys, man. Once again, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to my channel, and keep things going. And that's real talk. Make sure you share it to yours also. Thanks so much, Troy, being in here. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. So make sure I see got a lot of people over here. Look, if I got 100-some people here, can I get some thumbs up, man? Like, shares, as a matter of fact, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you. Because I've definitely been going on tonight. If y'all don't got the Zone, I definitely be going on tonight with Benavidez fight. So y'all want to tune in, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe, and subscribe to my channel. Now subscribe to my channel, hit that button, that bell, so that before you get notifications when I come on. This is in Washington, D.C., the DMV area. This fight right here. This happened last time I was at this fight. Yeah, well, this fight, but like I said, Frankie Scarborough, the fight before this one, Frankie Scarborough fight was way, when I say it was way better than this fight. And like I said, this guy just was peace. If you ever seen Lomachenko fight, this how this fight seemed like. This guy was just beating this guy, bald head guy. Oh, Breed, he was beating him up easily, man. And the crazy part, he's from here. He's from DC area. He's from DC. And just look at oosh. I don't know what he was on, man. He's like the other guy was just picking him apart every time he wanted to. But yeah, the Mexican monster definitely gonna take them belts. One thing about Benavidez, he only playing. Benavidez, he about his fight game. And you watch his little son. I think his son look like his son maybe 5, 6 or something like that. Maybe the highest self. I think at 6 or something like that. Man, he got hands already. He definitely got hands already. And they put all this time into this guy Breedy. I don't know what for. One time he trying to slug with this guy. And I believe this ain't. I think this is round 1. No, I think it's round 3 or something. Going on round 3, I believe. But wait till you see this guy warm up what he do to him. Oh, so this ain't saying round 3. Oh, David. Oh, man, David Benavidez, he don't give you a fight. Ain't no ifs and buts about that. He don't give you the best fights. Oh, no doubt. Ain't no ifs and buts about that. He give you what you want. And for a big guy like that, he's going up to 190 pounds. Man, he give you combinations and everything. Like you said, this fight was not good at all to me. You know, this guy just got blasted. And this guy right here, Breedy, supposed to came to the media workout. He didn't even show up. I believe it because they put him on the B side. Man, have you ever seen a hometown fighter be put on the B side? Make that make sense. That show you that he wasn't gonna do that. They always do or feel in their heart that he wasn't gonna do nothing. See how to side. Once again, make sure y'all like and share to my channel if you haven't. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get the thumbs up. Give some likes in here. I got 147 people who are 8 likes. So y'all that's in here don't like, I mean, y'all see y'all like the content, but y'all ain't giving enough. Can I get that? Can I get that much respect? Just a little bit of respect. Don't force, you know. Just put it, appreciate somebody understood the assignment. One person understood the assignment. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I appreciate you guys. I hope y'all like, share, and not only that, subscribe to my channel. That's just all the respect. That's all it is. Where's Archie Moore School at? Boston School at? Where's that at? Somebody said my son is Boston at Archie Moore School. Where's that at? Thanks again for that next person. Hit that 10th like. Appreciate it. Let's get the thumbs up. Let's get some likes up, man. It's 139 people here. Let's get that up, man. I mean, don't cost, you know. Oh, San Diego? Okay. That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, man. I hope they got some good trainers in there. ABC Boxing? Okay. You know what? They got ABC here, ABC Boxing here in Alexandria, Virginia. It's called Alexandria Boxing Center. That's what ABC stands for. That's from the DMV, right in Virginia. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania in the house. Okay, appreciate it. What's up, Brian? Make sure you hit that like button, Brian. Not only subscribe to my channel, I appreciate it. And I will be on live tonight on the Zone with the Benavidez fight. So make sure y'all hit that like and hit that button for notifications, hit that bell for notifications. Okay. You know anybody down here at DMV there? In the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Are you there? Okay. Appreciate it, Brian. Thanks for the following too, brother. That thumbs up. See, look at this. This was the main event. A lot of people left this. It looked like it's crowded right there, but really a lot of people left it. But I think the Chinese guy had a whole lot. But one thing I can say about a lot of these foreign fighters, their family will, use their passports and everything to follow to the fight. We don't do that no more. Oh no, Mayweather definitely would stand a chance. You right about that, Black. Like what's that? Black Maso with 491. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Appreciate it. Push that thumbs up sign if you haven't done that already. Thank you. But this fight right here was like, when I say material, it was like, no, this definitely wasn't it, man. I mean, this guy is pick dude apart, man. The Chinese guy was just like, he was just playing tic-tac-toe on his eye, man.
Was the guy who supposedly broke Ryan's rib prior to the fight. Yeah, landed there 35-10 in that last round, and then about 81-37 overall in the first 3 rounds.
Appreciate it, Brian. That's right. Y'all heard what Brian said. Y'all heard exactly what it.
Strong body shot there with the left.
Y'all heard what Brian said, man. Brian said, hit that like button, man. And hit that subscribe button too. I need to get my subscription. If I had another page, but they for some reason they took me down, so I'm trying to build this one back up. Make sure you subscribe to Marvin Thomas 1966 on here. Once again, Marvin Thomas, like Marvin Gaye, Marvin Thomas 1966. You know, Chris Fraser, what's going on with you? When you call, where you looking at this from, Chris? What part of the world you in? Or what state you in? You'd be surprised. You got brothers that's incarcerated come on my live. They don't know how they get a phone in there, but they got it. Okay, Tennessee. Okay, Tennessee in the house. New development, huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, you never heard the song. Everyday people. Is everyday people in Tennessee all the time, baby? Everyday people. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. North Carolina in the house, okay. I got a daughter in Greensboro, North Carolina. North Carolina in the house. There's some Oklahoma in the house. Okay, what's up, Oklahoma? Yeah, you know, y'all had the Oklahoma bomber down there. I don't know. You know, y'all got, I don't know. People ain't going crazy out of Oklahoma like that still, is it? I'm just saying. No, I mean, you talking about this fight is not good as that, you know, this the main event. If I say some other fights before this happened last night. This here in Washington, D.C., these fights was here and what they call Handover, Maryland. You know, Maryland, D.C. is like right beside each other. You know, I can live right here in Maryland and walk right, you know, like a street right here, Maryland here, and D.C. is here. You can pretty much walk. That's how close it is. That's what we call it, DMV. Not the Department of Motor Vehicle for y'all people out there. Man. The DMV then. Winston-Salem in the house. Okay, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Okay, good. That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm a strength and conditioning coach. I used to be with Gary Russell Jr., Anthony Lamont Peterson, Mark Two Shop Johnson. If I do a little bit of boxing, that's what I used to be with. I used to be with those guys. Be a strength and conditioning coach. Now I go to Sugar Ray Leonard Gym. Arrested Development. Yeah, that's right. I go down to Sugar Ray Leonard Gym, which Ray Leonard don't own the gym. They just got his name on it because I think Ray live about California somewhere. But I go down there and just help out with some of the kids right now. The strength and conditioning. I don't do no training no more. I used to because nowadays, man, you know, you got these kids. They don't want to listen to what you got to say or nothing. But I'm gonna show you something. You talking about a fight? This fight ain't nothing. Let me see something. I'm gonna try to back this out. This fight is terrible. I'm telling you. Y'all think that was a good fight? That fight ain't no way being good. Action packed. I'm gonna show you some other fights before this party. Let me show you this. This kid right here, anybody know Lamont Roach? Lamont Roach. The fought Giovanni Tank Davis. This is his little brother right here. That's his father. That's Lamont. His name is Jordan Roach. That's his father right there. That's Lamont Roach Jr. That's his father. That's his brother right here. This is his brother. He fought last night too. Oh yeah, he definitely got on the backboard. Yeah. See? Yeah. Roach. That's Lamont Roach's little brother. Y'all probably ain't never seen him before. You see him now.
Our referee is Dave Braslow.
This is little bro. We're gonna see what this brother did. We're gonna see what he did. It's Jordan Roach. Lamont Roach here that really beat Giovanni Tank Davis. In my eyes, this is his brother right here.
Good luck. All right, Dave Braslow gives them their final instructions. Jordan Roach.
That's Lamont Roach. That's Lamont Roach, our little brother.
Younger brother of Lamont Roach.
I just heard that, right?
And we're underway.
I had to repeat myself. Make sure that you listen, Daniel. I had to repeat myself. Make sure that you listen.
Oh, that's right hand there by Roach.
He's definitely smart, very smart. I believe they're gonna fight again before this year out. They said they might fight. I believe they said they're gonna fight before this year out.
Yesterday at the weigh-in.
We spoke to you guys. He said that he was really wanting to showcase all the work he's done on the jab in this camp.
Yeah, that was what he mentioned.
That's Lamont Roach Jr. Brother right there. That's 11 times. That's Lamont Roach Jr. brother, Jordan Roach. That's 12 times I said it, like the clock. So therefore, it's sink in your head.
Varying it up shows the high level boxing IQ that the rookie possess. Great body work.
Look at that.
I'll tell you what, he's rubbing his body punch on us. He's getting hit with some body shots. Oh,
down gold Fraser. Lamont Roach Jr. Brother. Think 13. 13 is the number for transformation. You know, when you coming out of puberty, you know, you 1 year old, 12 years old, 13, It's the next number when you go into puberty, you start growing underneath your arms and stuff like that. Never knock down. No, this happened last night. This happened last night.
I'm noticing that on Roach's trucks it says Ice Man. It's coming out.
Appreciate you, Chris.
Ice.
Always like it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for any time, you know, to give you notification when I come. The fight is over. First round. Lamont Roach Jr. brother. First round. That Jordan Roach. I think that's 14 now, right?
His last fight, he came out similarly. He came out very fast.
Oh, he's not, yeah.
Very tough veteran.
And that's their father right there for the people in the back. People who don't know. The light-skinned guy, that's Lamont Roach Sr. right here. The guy right there, that's Senior right there.
Roach got to be happy about that when you see him smiling in the corner, looking up to that moniker, Iceman here, getting it done in round one.
Thanks for the hearts. Appreciate you.
Listen, dude, you know, George Iceman Gervin's been in the news lately trying to protect that nickname. He may have another one he has to fight off for it.
George's going to be around for a while, so he might outlive that one. Or outlast that one, I should say.
Well, keep fighting like that. You can have whatever nickname you want.
I bet. Excuse me, everybody in mother keep calling that. Yeah. I think that guy was scared already. He hit a body shot, never hit him up in the head. He was more scared than anything, I believe.
I think he was so hurt from the prior knockdown. You see, go back down to his knees, and he looked at his corner, patted his rib cage. That's the liver side, too. Beautiful left hand to the liver there, ended it.
Fight is over with.
Very impressive by Jordan Roach.
The fight is over with.
Getting set to get his hand raised as he improves to 8-0 in his pro career.
8-0.
We'll send it up to Lupe Contreras to make it official.
Inside the Pro Box TV ring, referee David Braslow determines the blue corner can no longer continue, forcing him to stop this contest with an official time of 1 minute 55 seconds of the opening round. El referee David Braslow determina que la esquina azul no puede continuar, obligándolo a parar la contienda con un tiempo oficial de 1 minuto 55 segundos del primer episodio, declarando el vencedor por knockout técnico, declaring the winner by way of technical knockout. Still undefeated as a pro, the Iceman, Jordan Roach.
I think if he cut his hair off, he'd go down another weight class. What you think? What y'all think? I think if he cut them dreadlocks off his head, probably about a pound and a half. I think he can definitely go down to another weight class.
But holding up the name well. Great performance by him here today with that first round stoppage.
Roach from that great fighting family. The Roach, you see the father there, Lamont Roach Sr. Obviously, Lamont Roach Jr., his brother. Big opportunities coming up.
Yeah, this fight was last night.
That's the brother Lamont.
Has to feel good after you talk about all the development he wanted to do in camp. You go and execute something like that. But we got coming up Lola, Charles Harris Jr. taking on.
They also had
what's that?
Terrence Crawford training with
Maryland as the Pro Box TV Contender Series rolls on here tonight. 2 fights, 2 first-round finishes here. So yeah.
Let me get up to this little grade. It was a half decent fight right here.
De dos victorias.
This fight was half decent right here. It was.
Here, calm comes easy.
Oh yeah, it got a lot of brains, huh? It got so many brains like you what you call that, the Predator. You know how the Predator had all them long dreadlocks? Me personally, I think if he definitely, I'll be honest, I'm serious. I think if he cut them dreadlocks off his head, he can go down in another weight class. He can go down. I think he fight right now like 112 or something like that, 112 pounds. He can go down like the 108 or something, or 106 or whatever the smallest next weight class down. I believe that's just my opinion, because he got those big thick dreadlocks, and people don't understand. Them big thick dreadlocks, man, you know, put more weight in here. It makes you more hot. I don't understand how these guys continue to have these dreadlocks when they fighting, because the more hair you have in the head, it covers your brain up. It makes your head sweat. But you know, hey, this is new generation. This new generation kids, man, you know, they do what they want to do.
Dos derrotas, un empate con un...
It was a decent fight right here. Let me show you.
A good prospect.
There was a decent fight right here. This guy right here, I never seen him before, but this is the first time we seen him. He got good power, but he just won't finish his fight. He just won't finish. He just won't finish the guy.
14-month layoff for the young Lolo. Out of his hands, though. He was supposed to fight on a card last month. This fighter fell out the day of the fight. Very, very unfortunate situation there, but from what we understand, he will be busy this year.
Soft jab gets through there for Harris.
Fialka with a MMA background, if you know some of his years, but you know, he's obviously doing some boxing as well. So
Very confident fighter being was Fialka.
yeah, those guys that come from MMA typically are very tough. They may not be as skilled, they tend to be a bit awkward, but very, very tough.
Fialka doesn't look that awkward. His boxing was pretty decent for a guy who's predominantly from MMA. And I'm sure everyone at home noticed Bomac in the corner of Lolo Harris speaks to what the potential is of this young man.
Fialka's been shooting some in that one too. It's another good shot there.
Yeah, he's honestly pretty good.
He's actually having a good round so far against Harris. He's getting that layoff. Get back in, but Fialka is a little confident.
A little shuffle there. Yeah, but also you notice with Fialka, he's got a little bit of a herky-jerky style. You know, he fires to switch sides a lot, which is kind of common in MMA fighters who transition to boxing. But like I said, his punches look good. His boxing is it's not clean, but nice right hand by Lolo. Oh! Fialka takes it well.
And he said he'd been out the ring for a while now.
Of guys who come from MMA background, Fialka looks super tough. The body work there from Harris. Harris staying composed, even with a guy who's in and out all over, switching sides.
And Harris holding his ground now. Fialka bouncing, moving around a lot.
Nice, good slip slide there.
Yeah,
very efficient.
Fialka almost pushes out the jab instead of snapping it, and does give you when it lands, it looks good, but when it misses, it can look pretty bad like it did there.
Oh, good left hand straight right down the middle from Fialka.
He has not been gunshot in this first round.
Making that awkwardness work from.
Say, champ, Lolo trying to bang off some of that ring rust. 14 months is a long time for a fighter early in their career. Good scrappy first round for both these guys.
The shot gets through as we close our first round here between Harris.
And Harris fights was decent fight, but it was a scrap. Let me see what Lamont Roach Jr. is. This is Lamont Roach Jr. for the people in the back. If you don't know who that is,
that's two-time world champion before. So this will be your fourth title fight in a row? 30, 35, 40, back down to 35?
Yes. Well, it will actually be my.
Well, yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back just a little tad. The lady you see in the yellow wall pass, that's his mom. Watch. His wife. She gonna walk past real quick.
I'm made for this.
That's his mother, the yellow and white. She gonna walk right past it. That's Roach's mother.
Absolutely. And I think this is perfect for me to be here back at 135 at my natural weight where I will be campaigning, and I want to show everyone why I should have been two-time world champion before.
So this will be your fourth
Where's
title
he
fight in a
going
row?
about?
30, 35, 40, back down to 35?
Yeah, I want people in the back to see, so you don't think I'm well about certain situations. Let me see.
Kudos there.
Well, we've seen you in action recently. Some tough scores that maybe should have gone your way. What is coming up next for you? What do you have in the hopper? What do you think is going to be next down the fight for you in your career?
Well, more than likely, I'll be fighting William Zepeda for the WBC.
Fight for the WBC.
So that's what we're waiting on. We're just waiting on things to get handled on the other side of the business. Getting things on the dotted line and getting everything lined up, because once again, I'm in with another tough guy, and I'm out there to show the reason why I'm one of the best fighters in the world.
And is that signed for the title that was stripped from your Fort Stevenson, or is it a world title fight?
Yes,
absolutely. So it's a big opportunity for you then, Lamont.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
think the fight, obviously, Zepeda's a hell of a guy, a hell of a competitor, very busy. And but I'm made for this. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
You got a lot of momentum behind you, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is perfect for me to be here back at 135.
This was last night, man.
And I'm gonna show everyone why I should have been two-time world champion before.
So this will be your what? 4th title fight in a row? 30, 35, 40, back down to 35?
Yes. Well, it'll actually be my.
See the lady right there? I don't know if you can see it. Right on top of Lamont hat, that's his mom's. That's his mother.
I fought.
Right there, that's his mother right there. For the people in the back that we know that.
Ever since I fought for the WBA, I fought
All fights. 2 at 30, 135, 1 at 40, back down to 35.
Yeah, 35.
Dang. That's a hell of a run.
Notice no 2 fights back to back in the same weight for a while.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
And also the losses.
No losses.
Absolutely.
I think they should have been chalked up as some W's, but hey.
Yeah, man. You're in a good position. So, what can we expect from you, man? When's the
So he's ready to fight down for the WBC title.
The timeline is looking for the end of June.
End of June. He might be fighting for the WBC in the end of June, as y'all say. If y'all listen. Let me see what this is. Oh, this fight was a bomb fight. I ain't like. This guy named Dave Whitmire right here. There's another good prospect for Washington, D.C. David Whitmire. I think he's fighting 147 pounds.
Without drastic measures.
He fighting 147 pound thing. Another kid, I think he's like David Whitmire, about 20 years old. He's another good fighter out here in the DMV area. A lot of good, like I said, got a lot of fighters here in D.C. Y'all know D.C. had the most champions, right? In the white. Yeah, you see this guy right here in the white?
David Whitmire Jr. all set. Yes, Jose Luis Sanchez. 8 rounds here in the welterweight division. As we're set to get this one underway. Here we go, round 1.
Let's go.
Sanchez just fought back in February 10th. Said he got the call early for this fight, went right back into camp, so came into this one in very good shape.
Happy anniversary, man. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much.
Sanchez down low there for Whitmire. Right away, you see the dimensions.
Thank you so much. It's in that tank. You follow me, right?
Why one of the key victories
for
Sanchez.
Smash that like button at the top. Thank you so much.
You were trying to maintain that mid-range. Steps back. And try and keep that arm as a frame out there. See the awkwardness of Sanchez. See he changes levels as he enters the punch range. And it makes it difficult to sort of hold him off there. That's why Whitmire is not putting full steam into all these shots right now. He's trying to get those measurements. You see Sanchez, he's got a little hold on the inside and trying to work with the other hand.
Sanchez has a ton of experience. He's been in with only top.
And this guy in the white, he's from D.C., from our D.C. area.
This is 23rd professional
we
fight.
breed a whole lot of fighters, but we just can't get along and get things right, man. Especially with the coaches here in the DMV area.
Still confident, even though some of the results haven't been there for him lately.
Nah, he's a hard-nosed guy, man. He comes in, last fight, he thought he won, he got a draw, said it was in his opponent's hometown, so you usually know what that means. Good right hand there from Sanchez over the top.
Yeah, Whitmire rolled really nicely. Looks to counter, missed the counter though. You see, both guys are really alert here.
Yeah, Whitmire sounded like he knew what he had in front of him tonight. He was not overlooking his opponent. I was surprised though. He said he wants to go rounds. He wants to get the rounds in.
Whitmire got a lot of knockouts. He said he want to go rounds.
A lot of times using the left hand to block with it. You may start to see some counter uppercuts and some counter body shots like that with with the uppercut right hand.
I'm gonna go to the fight that should have been the main event.
And a lot of comparisons. Mike McCallum, the original body snatcher. You see some of that. He finds those body shots as another one.
Yeah, and McCallum actually liked exactly that shot. Exactly that shot from with that right hand right from the knee.
Yeah, he would dip, roll, and then rip to the body like no other.
Sanchez tries to get his own.
No, this happened last night. I was at these fights last night. This ain't live. This happened last night.
Beautiful. Counter.
Then I'm gonna go to the fight that should have been the main event. This fight, alright, but
yeah, no, it's
this fight right here should have been the main event right here. Frankie Scarborough, the one in the green, the black kid. He's from out Maryland, the Maryland area.
First round, he comes out second round, doing more of the same.
Body work there from Scarborough that goes up top.
You see Montez not busting positions. And Scarborough has to be careful not to smother himself on the inside.
And this fight right here was a good fight. It was the best fight, I think, of all the fights last night.
Montez tries the back of the corner, but Scarborough firing back.
Hand speed of Scarborough fighting off the ropes there.
He's feisty. You see the way he throws back. He's not trying to be smooth with it. He's trying to throw hurtful punches on the return. But again, sometimes when you try too hard, they don't get too clean. So
this fight is not live, but I will be on tonight on the zone. Watch the Benavidez fight live. So when I hit that button, so make sure y'all hit that bell for notifications. And, if you want to watch it, if you don't have the zone,
Triple left hand.
I will be watching that tonight.
To the head, textbook stuff there. And here comes Montez with tough, rough shots. Nice head movement there for Montez.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Appreciate it.
Punch back in between that. Despite holding position, you hold position so you can punch back.
Uppercuts get through for Montez.
Body shot, too.
So you see once Scarborough goes, Montez stops.
Scarborough likes that action. He's shooting the style back. The uppercut gets through for him as he fires back, gets his own in this round.
The champion that Montez is making the mistake of when you are fighting a guy with faster hands is to get caught holding your guard up and not punching with him. You got to hit the speed with time.
The whole point of holding position.
Aggravating somebody
really
was causing
high and low.
Make sure I check this out.
As well as the jabs.
Right hand lands for Montez up top. Coming to the close of the second round. Good action between these two in our co-main event. Francois Scarborough enjoying the firefight. That's preview coming into this one. This corner, Ernesto Rodriguez, Rodney Taylor, and Robert Martin. Got a tough customer in the other corner, though, and Maxwell Montes. Look at some of the action here in round two. You can see the uppercuts attempted there. They don't get through for Montes.
And Montes did a good job letting those hands fly in that round. Kept them at home in the first round. Started a little bit slow in the beginning of that second round, but really came on later on. Building confidence is Montes.
He's got nació para ganar on his shorts, so he wanted to win.
Round three of this 10-round bout. Jab gets through there for Scarborough.
Nothing about Scarborough. Big for the week. Big one for
Comes with the combinations up top, but Montes nicely defended. That goes to the body. Stabs the jab to the body.
So we're talking here. keeping herself on the move. Montez slow feet.
Spending a lot of energy here this Scarborough.
Scarborough a lot of times doesn't budget his energy a lot, but he always comes in shape because he's able to hold the space.
He's not stop smiling this entire round. Right hand gets through. Then a jab.
Scarborough not lacking an attitude to go along with fitness.
Body shot exchange with these two. Oh, this gets the right hand through. That's some uppercut action.
Got to time and speed.
And then Scarborough catches him coming in.
Said the right hand was the key to victory for Montez.
What happens when Montez doesn't go your turn, my turn? It was a right hand over the top of the jab for Scarborough.
Inside body shot there, left hand from Montez as well.
Uppercut there for Scarborough.
Montez has to be careful. He's got his head over his feet, over that front foot, very front foot heavy. That uppercut's going to be there all night.
And there is again. Nice combination from Scarborough. Montez trying to respond in the close quarters.
And this right here should have been the main event fight.
I like how Montez barracks up on the inside. He takes the right uppercut, go down to the body, and then tears upstairs. Just not enough.
Right hand there for Montez.
And the push off first, then the body shot.
Good success coming back here for Montez. After it looked like Scarborough comes out firing quickly in this round. Body shot there for Montez. And then a right hand lands.
I mentioned in the production meeting that this is not going to be an easy fight for Scarborough. You see Montez is coming on.
He's trying to walk him down. Scarborough is a little less jumpy now.
With his body shots will do that. But also, Montez durable, never been stopped.
Montez lands as the round ends, round 3. Showing he's here to stay in this fight.
Once again, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button on the light. I will be on there to the benefit of that fight. And that's real talk.